Well, I don't like missing 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. No. Does it have that AI voice that all those videos have? The one that sounds like Timu Morgan Freeman? Oh, I just realized that the chat can hear me. Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frost Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Albus Savages. The next 6 minutes. I mean, Jack.
I'm here. I'm here to rig the game.
The next Jack minutes.
Yeah. See? Told you it was Jack. Alright, Moonshock.
There is no such thing as Tron Ares. It doesn't exist. It never existed, and it will never exist. And anybody who says it will, fight me.
A writer invented it. Nope. We made it up.
Yeah, exactly. See? Jonathan Frakes knows all.
Turret Mantis.
Hello.
And this week's special guest, Jack Cochran.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
People thought we wouldn't have Jack on the stream. See? We've got Jack. He's been here all along.
See, so we have a Jack off and a Jack on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That was the friends you made along the way.
Digi in chat says Tron Legacy sucked ass.
It's
I am now friends with Digi.
it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Would you like us to drop you back off at the bus station 6?
So as long as I can take my alligator with me.
So, as I mentioned in chat, I'm using a friend's computer this week, so the setup is going to be kind of Spartan because I had to do it on the fly over the past hour or two.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I don't know if Sun's going to be saying hi tonight. She's upstairs, and who knows? She might be watching a video or playing something. I don't know.
Well, I'll say bye, Sun. And then even if she doesn't say hello, she still has to say goodbye.
Yeah.
What?
But
It's amazing to me.
There you go. Hi, Sun.
Hi, son.
And
Hi, son.
yes, Mike, we will be having the games.
Hi, baby.
We just don't have all.
You might as well just shush.
We just don't have all the bells and whistles. All right. But for our first article,
Hey, that's my wife, you fucker.
hey, that's my wife, you fucker. All right.
You're an asshole. You know that?
All right. So our first article is yet another awful thing that Trump is doing to our country. So
What
now
next?
people
Are they gonna have sausage?
So now people are sneaking out of the United States. What have we become?
Tony Crow.
They don't have to sneak. They can just walk out.
Yeah.
He's been real clear about that. Just get out.
Yeah, I
they
think
can
Trump would
say.
be quite happy to see them leave.
Yeah. I mean,
That
I
might be
don't really
too
care
easy.
about people leaving. Go on. Bye-bye.
Well, no, it's not that easy, as we're gonna find out.
Okay.
Hi. Look, he's giving away free airline tickets to people to get out. So what? I don't understand why you would want to sneak. Like, are you just practicing your stealth skills? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
the
I mean,
more
who
you
wants
use
to
them, the more you
sneak
level up.
into Mexico? Have
The
you
more
been to
you use the
Mexico?
The more you use your skills, the more you level up. So they're going for the long game, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
they're
well,
grinding.
all they'd have to do is just walk up to a border guard and say, "Oh, I just want to get some espresso for the afternoon and get me some chicle and some of that cheap tequila." Of course, you wouldn't actually go back over the border because there's like duty fees and shit. But you get the idea.
Is there any tequila that's not cheap?
Tequila?
Yes, people are sneaking out, not into the USA.
Dun, dun, dun.
My Mexican friend, Jose Arredondo, which...
That's got to be a made-up name.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
that
It's a made-up
Jose
name, which
Arredondo.
makes me
That's
wonder
like
why it's such a complicated name.
we got us a strong, powerful black whammons, guys.
Arredondo
dear.
doesn't have a cool name.
Okay.
Jose Arredondo. That's like Mexican McMexican.
Her link to her picture is in chat. Isn't she a strong, powerful whammons? Black whammons.
Mexican McMexican face.
Yeah, you know how I know? Because I know like 8 Jose Arredondos. I'm not shitting you. I know 8 Jose Arredondos, and they look nothing like each other.
All right, she's posing
how-
she's posing like for the opening screen of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
Well, Sex, how many Guadalupe Rudolfo Rodriguez's do you know?
I probably know 2.
Oh,
That is a super cool name.
how about Juan Valdez's? Do you know at least one?
Apart from the coffee, no, I can't say.
But we're not going to go through the entire Mexican census and ask if Six knows them all.
Hey, to be fair, Juan Valdez, I'm pretty sure was Colombian.
What about this Speedy Gonzalez? Have you met him?
Yes, no, but I'm familiar with his cousin Slowpoke.
No, Slowpoke Rodriguez. He's a
Yes.
slow. He's
I know
but
your sister.
He back a gun.
Would you like some cheese? Man, those are classic.
You know a Jose McBrien 6?
All right. My Mexican friend Jose Arredondo, who is a dual Mexican-American citizen, tells me that there is now a booming business sneaking people out of the United States. We graduated with engineering degrees from the University of Illinois and got jobs at the same company. We saved money by sharing a temporary company apartment for 60 days instead of individual flats. Yeah, they're called apartments.
Yeah, this person must be like English or something.
Fucking limeys.
Huh?
Go home, Redcoat.
Yeah. Jose and I spent many nights discussing what we wanted for ourselves and our families. We became friends. He is so paranoid about the U.S. government spying on Americans that he and his wife use burner phones. Jose,
They're druggies? Burner? They're okay. They're drughead. They're druggies. Got
we
it.
call
Burner.
those
Oh.
we call those el teléfono en fuego.
I just like to think he like calls in an order to Taco Bell and then like smashes the phone.
Yeah.
El Fuego Grande.
Jose will not tell me where he is. He stated he is. I like to think that he just hates her and he's pretending he's leaving the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stated he, his wife, his kids, and his wife's undocumented parents, there it is, are leaving for Mexico.
Illegal. Undocumented equals illegal. Just use the word illegal.
Look, it sounds like this guy's got dual citizenship, or at least he's got a visa or something, because it said he was Mexican, right?
Well, it said he's a dual Mexican-American citizen, so...
Yeah, so he
he's
doesn't need
legal.
to sneak anywhere. He has dual citizenship, so he can just wander over the border whenever the fuck he wants. He's probably got 2 IDs.
Yeah.
One Mexican, one in whatever state he's in.
Like-
So who fucking cares what this guy does? He's a dual citizen. So what?
Is he afraid they'll make him stay here?
I mean, that's always a possibility, I suppose. But
Her parents lived and worked undocumented in the USA for 4 decades. They're
You know, the way that they just go around and just throw out that word undocumented makes them sound like it's almost like trans. Like undocumented is like a transition into someday I'll be documented.
yeah,
Whereas,
it's like their documents are in a box of papers and they don't know which one.
exactly.
It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's like I got a couple file cabinets I just haven't gone into. They're in there somewhere.
I'm not a rapist. I'm an undocumented gynecologist.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's. Okay. Yeah, he found someone to sneak them out quietly. It is costing him to do so. Trump is offering to pay people to self-deport, but Jose doesn't trust our government enough to use that program. I don't blame him.
All right. No, if you're too dumb to take free money, then spend out of your own pocket, I guess.
Hi, fat girl. Come on.
Look, if you don't like free money or free stuff, why did you come here illegally?
Well, they have their morals will eventually expire. Then they'll take the free shit.
I
Jack,
mean-
Jack, here's the thing. Jose heard that we would soon release Tron Ares, and he was
Dude, them's fighting words, man. Don't go there.
Maybe he's afraid the in-flight movie is that Snow White one with the Tron Ares.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's just torture. That's inhumane, man.
Yeah, see, citizens get to watch Lilo and Stitch, but non-citizens, it's all Snow White with the creepy CGI nightmare-fueled dwarves.
So I don't know which would be worse, because I don't have much attachment to the original Snow White, so I'd be fine like clowning on it, but Lilo and Stitch, that's just gold. You don't fuck with that.
Right? No, I've heard really good things about the movie, actually. One of my friends took their kids to see it. She's like, I loved it. It's amazing.
Yeah, from what I've heard, they completely missed what made the original good.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
Well, the thing is, though, even though it was made, the original one is like, what, from the 30s, 1930s?
Oh,
The Snow White one.
Yeah. Even though that one was made so long ago, it is so smooth. Like you would get a better FPS out of the original from the fucking 30s than you would out of this latest piece of shit with the magical forest creature
How could you
diversity
forget
higher.
that it was made in 1937 and very evidently so.
Yeah.
I'd like all of Rachel Zegler's performance to be replaced by that guy on Twitter that does the sling blade.
Yeah.
The movie would make much more sense.
Should have done that. He was just a dwarf.
I really would watch it if it was Christopher Walken playing Snow White.
There you go. I'd watch that.
Right? I would own that on Blu-ray and 4K. I would own one of every format they released it on.
Let's not. You would stream that, Jack. Just have it on a permanent loop.
I would stream it. I would buy it on all the physical media. They release a laser disc and a VHS of it. I'd go buy it and be like, I need the complete collection of this. I might miss like a secret interview or something.
What
Yeah.
are all you midgets doing in this house? Out in the middle of the
Disney would
woods?
Disney would do like a copyright claim on Jack, and he'd be like, "Fine, here, take my money. I just want it on fucking repeat."
Yeah. We have to stop the evil queen. How would you not be in love with that rendition?
You could even wear the dress and it would still be credible.
Yeah, like after Christopher Walken dies, he's the first one we need to install an AI
This
because
And
this
I
poison
think
apple.
that was Steve Buscemi is the evil queen. I do like that idea.
yes, that'd be good.
This poison
This
apple.
summer,
I had to
Christopher
hide
Walken
it
is
in my
so
ass.
Look, I'm just saying that if we live in a Star Trek future, Christopher Walken should be the computer voice.
Oh, here, no, it'd be like from executive producer Jack Cochran.
Fuck yeah.
Christopher Walken is Snow White.
If I ever get rich, I am funding B movies. That's going to be my entire side hobby.
I would do anything to be in a Neil Breen movie or something.
Dude, he's
And we
making
have-
a new movie. You should try and get in on it.
Let's see. His in-laws worked hard, paid taxes, owned their American home and cars. They had car, life, and health insurance. Arredondo and his family actively participated in the American dream, paying taxes like the rest of us.
The American dream is to pay taxes.
Apparently
No.
so. Damn.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That is very much not the American dream.
So I love to get up every morning.
It
just
says
so
right
I can
here.
file my taxes.
Yes, on the internet, it has to be true. The American dream is paying taxes.
Yeah, and your dream is undocumented.
But it'll eventually be documented. He just has to find the right paperwork.
And yes, Keith, my birthday is coming up. In fact, it'll be a week from today.
In other words, there will be no stream next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
Frost is gonna get out there and get shit faced, man. He's gonna get hammered.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do Saturday or something. We'll have to see.
He's gonna come home with an alligator.
He's gonna
Remind
have
me
a-
and we'll sing to you, Frosted.
I'll come home with an alligator and wonder what the hell I did last night.
He's gonna have
Yes.
one whole slice of cheesecake. Whoa.
Let's see. I say were as they no longer are. The house and car are sold. Everything else is liquidated. Their bank accounts are closed, and the money transferred to Mexican banks, which I assume has already been stolen.
Yes.
And it's gone.
Running away as fast as they can. The idea that their 80-plus-year-olds might be picked up and deported has scared the shit out of them.
Well, what difference does it make if they're deported if they're leaving for Mexico anyway?
Because?
Is this person gonna turn a they them into a was were?
Okay.
Jose and his wife were meeting me and my spouse for a weekend trip. We planned to visit Civil War battlefields in August, so he called to cancel. Forever. I'm really starting to think he just hates her.
Oh, does this mean that he won't get any more of the Camarones Vallarta? Oh, too bad.
He's
Instead,
probably not even married or Mexican.
he's just a guy she met outside Home Depot.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, my name is,
Please
sure.
leave me alone, gringa.
It's like, I was just looking for some work, man. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, his real name's like Tim.
Yeah,
He's from like North Dakota.
but he has a tan, so she assumes he's a Mexican illegal. Instead, he is going to pay a lot of money to be trafficked back to his second country. While
All
campaigning,
right, fine.
also, why do you have to traffic yourself when you're a dual citizen?
What the
Yeah.
hell is that? What's a second country?
I don't know, like not his home country, apparently.
France. That's
What if you strike out on the first one? Like, fuck it, I gotta back up.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard. You go down to the freaking border, right across from Progresso. All you got to do is fucking walk.
try
Yeah.
right
there's
into
a lot
Europe.
of
They're
places-
taking everybody.
Yeah, they just wave you past. They don't give a fuck if you're going into Mexico. It's when you're coming back they're interested because you're
Oh,
up
yeah.
to something.
Yeah, Garen, I've been to Mexico from San Diego. Absolutely, it was very, very easy to get into Mexico. Coming back, they're like, "Nope, stop your fucking car. We have to get around, check mirrors and shit underneath the car."
Yeah,
They don't fuck around when you're coming back.
nobody gives a shit what you're smuggling into Mexico. Mexico's like, yeah, we'll take it. Come on, bring it in, whatever it is.
Exactly. They're like,
Cool.
"Oh, you're bringing us some shit to make drugs? Come on in."
Yeah, they hand out pharmaceuticals like they're fucking Pez over there.
Oh yeah, there's pharmacies everywhere. I mean, every little small town has got like a dozen of them within like 2 city blocks.
Yeah,
There are
surprised me when
pharmacias
I went
like
to Mexico.
Pharmacia.
When I
There are
went to
pharmacies.
Tijuana, like the number of pharmacies was just like crazy. It's like
Oh yeah.
everywhere Jesus Christ.
There are
Oh, yeah.
almost as many pharmacies as wild dogs in Tijuana.
Yeah, it is very easy to get opioids from pharmacies in
Yeah,
Tijuana.
because I'm sorry, but Mexico's a third world country. Easily could be a first world country if it wasn't so corrupt.
Oh yeah,
But
Absolutely.
as it is, of course, they're going to have a lot more flexible morals on what's running around the countryside because it's a little bit corrupt. So
yeah, I mean, cartels are everywhere too. If you don't make the cartels happy, they will end up replacing you, and you'll probably be in a wooden box somewhere.
yeah, there was somebody running for mayor just got killed down there. So
Yep.
look, I get it. It sucks that they have to live like that, but they're not real choosy on who's coming in, unless it's an American they can extort for money, like that one dude that got stuck trying to. He thought he made a wrong turn and he got stuck down there, and he had a gun in his car.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know if it's still a trend, but there's a lot of expats from the United States going down to Mexico to live there. They think it's cheap as fuck.
rents are so high.
Yeah.
Raising the quality, fuckers.
Oh, don't forget the shine bomb. Woo!
But look, I don't think Mexico is going to be like, oh, it's one of our citizens. You got to sneak in, motherfucker. Ha ha! Obstacle course.
There's like a bunch of bales of hay and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just not happening. You're not doing Assassin's Creed Tijuana. No, nobody's doing that.
Oh, that's the newest game in the series.
Instead, Templars, you're just avoiding cartel members, and people on the street are like prostitutes and mangy dogs. Come on.
Wow. I love sidetracking.
I would play that game.
While campaigning, Trump promised to deport criminals. Then, after he won, Republicans redefined criminal as anyone who originally came to the United States illegally. No matter
I'm
how
not sure
long
that's a redefinition. I think that's the definition.
they changed the definition of criminal to criminal.
Yeah.
No matter how long ago they came to our country, criminal records became less critical. Trump and Republicans are deporting working immigrants who have been here for 25 years.
Are they legal? If
Yeah,
not,
they were
fuck you.
illegally in the country for 25 years.
Uh-huh.
So yes, they do have to leave.
They're here
Yeah.
illegally, but they're not criminals.
Except for all that
Okay.
criminality they did get in here. Yeah.
Yeah,
apart from that.
well, because they're redefining words all the time. Illegal is just, oh no, they're okay.
Well, now you see, Moon. It's the distinction is that they're writing criminal in italics now.
Oh,
Isn't that
that
what
does
the-
make it scarier.
Isn't that what the press secretary said? And like some idiot journalist is like, how many of them are illegal? And it's like, well, all of them. It's like they broke the law coming here.
Do you not
Yeah,
know what
it-
words mean?
That's one of the biggest things that they obviously are not admitting is that they're here illegally. Hence, they are a criminal from the second that they step foot into our territory.
Yeah,
No, they're just illegals. That doesn't make them criminals. Yeah,
it
yes,
absolutely
it
does.
See, they're picking people up at their final meeting for green cards. They're raiding farms and taking farm workers. 10 ICE agents recently surrounded a working mother on the streets as she approached her home, picked her up and loaded her into a van as her children screamed in terror.
Oh darn!
Wait, was she working on the corner? Because that implies other criminality.
Yeah, true.
Coke got it. What?
Coke got in trouble because they laid off their workers at a packaging plant, then called ICE to pick them up.
Wait. Ice and Coke is. Oh, I see what you did there.
Well, if they were Colombian, they wouldn't have done that.
Jack, you got any Coke Mexico by chance?
I am drinking one right now.
Bro, share. I
And
fucking love Coke Mexico.
And Coke isn't being prosecuted for using illegal labor because...
Yeah, right? That's kind of the hidden question there. Oh, real quick. Thank you, Okie Native. Sneaking into Mexico is like taking the Asian bar with big boobs home. Oh, the Asian at the bar with the big boobs home because she's overweight and not because she's not.
Sammy, you gotta go back upstairs, bud. Oh, you haven't been out in a while, huh?
Oh,
I'm gonna take the doggies out.
who let the dogs out? Moonshock. Moonshock.
Moon.
Yeah, never take the fat chicks home. That's just gross. Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right,
You have fun now.
let's see. ICE kidnapped innocent people off the street and sent them to El Salvador without due process. The workers received no due process to defend themselves and prove their citizenship. We deport children headed to cancer treatments. We are deporting citizen toddlers with their undocumented parents.
I'm back.
That's deceptive because those kids, the mom took the kids with her.
Hi, baby.
We didn't deport the kids. We were prepared to keep them and put them in foster care.
Typically, if you want to cross from the US into Canada or Mexico, you go to a checkpoint and leave. Except now ICE will grab you at a roadside checkpoint as you try to leave, lock you up and deport you somewhere. You could
Wait. If you're trying to cross from the U.S. into Canada or Mexico, why the fuck would ICE stop you? They'll just be like, bye. They'll just shoo you out. Just go. If you're leaving the country, we're not going to stop you. Bye. Why would you want to go through the effort to arrest them and lock them up and then be like, I'm going to put some paperwork together to deport you? And it's just like, no, there's the exit. Get out. Because if you want to be arrested, stay here. If you don't, there's the exit. Bye-bye.
I really like
basically putting a sign that says "and stay out" on the southern border.
Ooh, I like that. And then
we
you
have
to
a
put
welcome mat. It says not welcome.
what you do is the one facing Mexico, put it in Spanish, but also put like subtitles above says "and stay out."
Yeah.
Well, Oki made a good point. Frosted, don't you have a Streamlabs?
No, he doesn't.
No, I just have the corner store.
I have a Streamlabs if anybody wants to help, because I did have to pay a lot of money for my chemo this year. Or not chemo, my immunotherapy this year.
I don't know how to set up a Streamlabs without, doxing myself or something.
Yeah. Because if people want to give me money, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. You could be sent back to your original home or another country. No one knows what the rules are that determine your destination. Jose is not willing to take that chance with his family. Thus, the bustling business of smuggling people in has grown into the thriving industry of smuggling people out. According to my friend, smugglers use the same hidden routes that are used to bring people in to sneak people out.
Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
When there's demand, there'll be supply.
Yeah.
This is what America, the land of the free, has become. I am sorry to see my friend go. Like him, I believe he needs to get out of the USA with his people to keep them safe.
No, I agree. He does need to get out of the United States. 100%.
He should lead a whole bunch of them like Moses.
Okay. Let's see if he can part the Rio Grande.
Well, that's hard. It's pretty shallow at a lot of points. So
I literally just walked across the. Oh, am I outing myself?
Oh,
No, a buddy of mine. His name is Alligator. So I walked across.
that was a garbage pail kid.
It was.
I wish my friend a safe journey and a good life in his unfamiliar country. 8647.
James
That's a very
That's
a very,
dangerous to put in there.
Yeah, that's a very obscure code. I don't know if anyone will be able to crack it.
Oh, what's that? I'd better tweet it out.
And what a surprise! Not his real name. He's not really Jose Arredondo.
So I told you it was Mexican McMexican.
Oh,
Yeah.
and in case everybody needs to know, go to Miguel Smith's page because he makes some awesome books.
Nah.
So yeah, you definitely want to go to that author's page.
I don't trust him.
He's not too bad for a Mexican guy.
Well, the thing is, I got 2 of his books, so you know they're fantastic.
Fantastic.
If he was a true-blooded American, his name would be Michael, not Miguel.
But the thing is, he did not autograph them for me. I am so disappointed.
I got 2 of his books. They're keeping my kitchen table nice and level.
I've got at least 3 of them, and they're sitting there staring at me. I only started one of them. Haven't had a chance to get back to it though, because I'm in the process of moving.
Well, apparently there's a character in one of those books that's based off of me.
Well, that's all the more reason to avoid it. If you want
Harry.
And so Jimmy the Faggot entered the room.
So, hey, I want to go see Tron Ares.
No.
This cyclopean nipples staring at me.
All right. Well,
My nipple just went a little bit inwards at that.
Well, the end of the first article comes to first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition. And this is where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style. The chat votes on which is best. All right, so
This does look very ghetto.
yeah,
That's
like I said, I had to put
years
this
old.
together in like an hour or 2. So
Yeah.
Dude, that chair is way too fancy for the corner.
all right, so at 6, I need a person.
So, like an actual person or a type of person?
Actual person.
Actual person. Miley Cyrus.
All right, let's see. Moon, I need a living thing plural.
Hexagonaria percarinata. And I'm kidding.
Some gay shit. Okay.
Living thing, huh? How about prostitutes?
All right.
Now, if anybody knows exactly what I was referring to with that other scientific name, you are a genius.
Is it the scientific name for prostitutes?
No. Oh, that sounds great. Somebody's got a lot of. Oh,
It's
gone.
raining somewhere.
That's
It's always
okay.
raining somewhere.
I don't know.
He went to an anime con, Keith.
Let's see. So, Terry, I need an adjective.
Disgusting.
All right, Jack, I need an adjective.
An adjective, delicious.
All right, and let's see. Terry, give me a type of person.
Jew.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
bless you, Gesundheit.
This one's gonna be fun. All right, Moon, I need a specific place.
Why? It's my own prompt, dude.
What? Oh, my bad. Yeah, so that was Terry. So Jack, I need a specific place.
The St. Louis Arch.
There's a lot of prostitutes in that St. Louis arch.
What do you think the arch is made out of?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Let's
Get a golden shower, the golden arch.
Oh,
I guess that'd be McDonald's. Never mind.
Yeah.
6. I need a past tense transitive verb.
Gassed.
That also might be interesting. All right. Okay, now Moon, I need a type of person plural.
the first thing came out was Jews, but it's already been taken. Type of person. Are you talking like homosexuals?
You can put faggots.
That could be.
Faggots. Terry took it out of my mouth. There you go. I mean, not in that way.
He took a faggot out of your mouth?
Use Terry's word and add an S.
It's getting weird in here.
All right. So let's see.
Delicious faggots.
Hello, faggot lovers.
Best ad except for the nigger boy soap pads one.
All right. So let's see. 6 is
Keeve.
Miley Cyrus made the mistake of trusting a Jew.
Damn.
You don't make that mistake twice.
All right. Let's see. Moons. Wives for prostitutes. The St. Louis Arch's forbidden sex tradition exposed.
Meh.
Eh.
Meh.
All right. Terry's. Yes, people want disgusting women to get gassed. All right. And Jax. Black people don't usually say thank you to delicious white faggots. Here's why you should.
Here's what we should. Oh my
That's just
God.
rude of them.
Yeah, I think I've got to give it to 6.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a second to start a poll, so checking on which is best.
Delicious white faggots.
We call them Dylan Mulvaney.
It's like, hey, I'm delicious, guys.
Drink Bud Light.
I
I
taste
don't
like
know.
cinnamon.
I think I would probably go with Terry's.
Oh, disgusting woman.
Genociding the ugly women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Terry.
Yeah.
All right, well, 6 is in the lead.
There are some cute gay guys. Well, yeah, I'm one of them. Didn't
I
you
think Kate
know?
likes you, man.
Hey,
And also, we have less than half as many likes as we do viewers.
You
What?
bastards.
So, unless you want to get sent to El Salvador, I would hit like.
Oh, and we won't stop him either.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stop, won't stop. Wait.
Oh, dude, I am like.
Please use your manners and thank your delicious white faggots.
So apparently 5% of the people are wives for prostitutes. Everybody else looks like 6 is pulling ahead.
That's what she said.
No, wait. In full honesty, I would watch a documentary about wives prostitutes at the St. Louis Arch. I'd be like, I am going to watch this show. This seems interesting.
The forbidden.
Finally, a reason to go to Missouri.
What exactly is forbidden sex traditions?
Probably butt stuff.
Oh,
There's a
Depends on
reason
are we
that,
talking
midwives
like the
don't do that.
Gilded Age or
didn't they call that like, or didn't they consider that like sodomy at one time?
yeah.
Yep.
Awkward butt stuff with roller skates.
Awkward butt stuff's like kids caught you or something.
One of my favorite lines from Blackadder is, if you cross me now or ever, I will do unto you as God did unto the Sodomites. And then the guy says, what did God do to the Sodomites? He goes, I don't know, but it can't have been worse than what they did to each other.
All right. Well, I think I can end it there. Looks like 6 wins.
Hey, 4%, man.
Miley Cyrus
Yay.
should have never trusted that Jew. All right. And now for our second article. And I think it's going to be 2 articles because they're both kind of short.
Okay.
And
Yay.
as we all know, one of the upcoming leaders of the Democratic Party is AOC.
Why? I want to know what in the hell they are thinking.
Well, that's easy because she has the endorsement of Angels.
Mm.
Well,
California
it's
Angels?
just got the endorsement of Angels kind of
Well,
waiting there.
Is that in the same vein of all those animals that are in the eyes of an angel too? That Sarah McLachlan is always
Yeah,
pushing forward.
all the crippled puppies love her.
Jocelyn Joy Thomas.
What might guides say about AOC? How long will it be until the U.S. sees change in its leadership?
Well, 4 years? Isn't that how long it usually takes?
Oh, well, now we
Yeah.
don't have to read the article, Terry. One of the standout leaders in the Democratic Party right now is U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, dude, bruh. Okay, so
We've had this author many times, so.
oh, I know. I'm gonna put her picture in there and take a wild guess. What the very first thing I noticed was
How
She's a
huge
Jew
are her
and
glasses?
trusted.
no.
Star of David.
That's what Sun said. Her necklace.
Yeah, she's a Jew and
Oh.
not to be trusted.
Well, my second guess was the picture of Ash Tor of Star Command behind her.
Yep, the Death Star of David, they're building it.
Is that
Yeah.
a can of Altoids behind her on that? Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Do they still make those things?
They do. I'm eating one right now.
Oh dear God.
All right, let's see.
The
This is a
nose.
Jew, confirmed.
You said the nose.
AOC has an energy that reminds me of Kamala Harris.
Oh, great.
I mean, I agree.
Oh,
but
is that
not
something
for
you
the same
really
reason.
want to? Yeah, you don't want to brag about that. You really don't.
Who represents unity. AOC and Bernie Sanders have been busy getting the message out that we don't have to stand for the injustices happening in the U.S. under the Trump administration.
What injustices?
Well, there was 2 of them. The first one was the fighting game. The second one was the sequel to that. I believe it's based on a comic. Jack Cochran, you can confirm that
It's
that was a
true.
real thing. Yeah.
You know, I mean, unless Trump is like throwing people into like fucking Mortal Kombat or something like that, I'm failing to see what these injustices are.
Well, maybe he is. He's only been in office for a short time. Maybe Mortal Kombat is coming up soon.
Yeah, we're getting Kumites later this year. After they cut some more funding for like Harvard, they're going to divert the money into blood sports.
And
Yeah,
I will vote for Katana as president of Adenia every single time.
You know what? What I
deserves
want to
it.
see is I want to
agree.
see like a guest fatality, like fucking Conan. He just stands aside, and then Trump just comes in and throws money at somebody and kills him.
Yeah.
Terry would get that. He probably played that one.
Oh yeah.
When I have questions, I ask my guides, the Archangels. Today I'm
Mhm.
asking them about AOC.
Why?
You mentioned other politicians like Cory Booker and Kamala Harris are ushering in a new era. Is AOC part of that?
No.
We are eager to speak with you on this topic. It is through they have angelic voices. They're otherworldly.
Yeah.
Like Criswell from the beginning of Plan 9. That's awesome.
For this is where you and I shall spend the rest of our lives.
It's true. It's true.
It is through leaders like AOC that you will begin to see a new picture emerge in your world. The shift has been bringing you through great changes, and we know this has been, and will continue to be, a time of great uncertainty.
This chick is into crystals, isn't she?
I mean, her name is Crystal.
She's burning
Holy
the
fuck.
incense.
AOC is one of several leaders who will usher in the new era, yes. Each one will bring a unique perspective, the table.
The
Because
The-
even
the-
we angels make typos, apparently.
grammar Nazi wants to turn on the gas chambers.
It's the age of Aquarius. Typos are irrelevant.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It is because
It's
didn't
not
the age of
typo. It's alternative English.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
Some people will be drawn to AOC and others will not. For those who are, she is a voice that is meant to uplift and fight, but also to care.
About herself, maybe.
She is one of the leaders whose group goal is unity. Her individual soul-led goal is communication, achieved through expression and collaboration.
And taxing the rich.
By utilizing her ability to see the full picture and not get stuck in a single aspect of it, she will embody all of this as she grows and learns.
And grows a new brain.
Might we see AOC promoted in some way in the future?
Hell no.
Some are suggesting perhaps being a running mate to a future Democratic candidate. Could that be a path?
No.
Yes, it is entirely possible. She has dedicated her lifetime to politics and to serving the public.
Serving drinks.
Yeah. To learn how to be a leader, to learn how to communicate with what the public needs, to represent and to be a voice that represents the masses. She will likely rise as she is on a trajectory to. She won't be liked by all, but the ones who do resonate with her will see her career blossom and take many turns. There is a bright future for the Democratic Party as long as they can adjust to the changes they have been presented with. AOC understands this and senses what is needed. She is both intelligent and articulate.
You can't even say that with a straight face, even as an angel.
No, I think that the angel actually laughed there.
Yeah.
There should be like an ellipsis right there that just is like.
I like to think that I like to think she just has like an upstairs neighbor who talks to her through the vents.
Yeah.
She is both intelligent and articulate, and these things help her with her communication mission. It's exciting to think there is hope for the country. How long will it take? Will it be 4 years, or will we see change in 2 years with the midterm elections?
Oh God.
Change won't happen all at once. And the current course you are on in the US right now will take time to undo. There will be change in 2 years, yes, and in 4 years as well. There might be more change than even we can predict. Alright, so basically some stuff might happen. Thanks, Angels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, look, any good fortune teller knows you got to keep it kind of vague and let people interpret it for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
That's the whole spiel right there. Just
Yeah.
like make vague promises and people just put it back together. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
You mean
look,
like this?
there will be change during the midterms. Well, the Republicans kept all their seats. Yes, but you went to that vending machine on the second floor, and what did you get? A candy bar and change. Oh my God.
I see a bicycle.
Now take this piece of tourmaline and face south.
just make sure that it's not in the basement of the Alamo, and you'll be just fine.
There might be more change than even we can predict. A lot will depend on all of you and what you allow and won't allow. Some changes will be swift, others will take years. Some things that must be undone and made right can be repaired easily, while others will take much longer. Such as the lost trust between nations.
That Biden managed to do, you mean?
It isn't that other nations won't be willing to work with the US once new leadership is established. It's that they will be wary of future changes and the overall unpredictability that the US has presented. It will take time.
God, I hate this person.
Still, there is reason to hope. Always keep hope alive.
Stop. You have to do. This is a new angel. You have to tweak the voice a little bit.
Oh.
To you.
All right, so I'll do the Irish angel. Still, there is reason to hope. Always keep hope alive. There is reason to fight, to unite, to communicate, and to support one another. AOC stands for all of these things. And
No, it
so-
doesn't. AOC stands for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The angel is wrong on this one.
I knew Terry was going to get literal on that one.
And so do others who work with her. We are with you through these uncertain times, every step of the way.
Wouldn't that be the word true, not through?
You might like these other articles.
Are you paying attention to the signs your guides are sending? They're trying to get through to you.
So some stuff might happen, some might be quick, some might take a while.
Thank you.
All
That's
other
very useful.
All other chicaneries.
Yeah, it's very useful. Thank you, Noster dumbass.
Jocelyn Joy Thomas is.
At some points, I think I was getting close to Emo Phillips.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right.
Next.
And now for our next article. The Rubicon has been crossed.
Oh, Christ.
Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and masked ICE thugs are arresting judges, taking Trump 2.0 full authoritarian.
Unless you're on the Epstein list, then everything's cool.
Yeah.
Or you party
But Kash Patel was the one that suddenly confirmed. No. He really did kill himself.
Yeah.
No,
Probably
no
because he
picture of
doesn't
this
want to
guy.
be next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This person doesn't even have a bio, man. What a cheap piece of shit.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
use
but he
a
probably
fucking,
visited him.
They use a still from It's a Wonderful Life as their picture.
An undocumented immigrant with no criminal record was in the
illegal. Sorry.
and also wasn't he on trial for multiple counts of domestic abuse?
Lucky Charms and shillelaghs.
And let's see, with no criminal record, was in the courtroom of Judge Hannah Dugan when thugs from ICE showed up to arrest the man.
Huh?
The judge ordered them out of her courtroom, and then when the proceeding ended, she let the man slip out the back so the masked cowards couldn't apprehend him.
Is this that chunky bitch that they arrested because she's that fucking judge that said that or that allowed that one to live with her or something, or was that somebody else?
I think that was another one.
Okay.
There's so
you-
many of them,
you
it's
do
easy to
go.
get them mixed up.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
getting my Democratic judges all mixed up, because
And
they're all the fucking same.
Crime is in now for the Democrats.
Yeah.
Like
No
more than
fucking
usual.
kidding.
Let's see.
Crime. It's so hot.
Dangerous says there's a video for this.
Yeah,
we
they
need a
released it
video
yesterday.
daily double.
When the agents learned how they had been played, fascist and Nazi sympathizer Kash Patel stepped in, ordering
my
agents to arrest the judge.
Yeah, that Hindu Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah, those Hindu fascists and Nazis. Oh my god.
But I do like how they've gone from nobody is above the law to, oh my God, he's arresting judges.
Welcome to
Wow.
Auschwitz. Please come again. Check the image above if you have ever wondered what the literal Rubicon looks like. The moment the handcuffs on Judge Dugan were fastened around her wrists and she was read her Miranda rights, Trump had crossed it.
No, they don't usually handcuff a judge unless they've done something really bad.
They do know the Rubicon was the floor, right? Like they crossed the floor. It was just part of the floor.
No, it's a big river with
Yeah.
virtue signaling across it.
Yeah, they weren't jumping hurdles or anything. They just walked. It's a metaphor.
It's
Yeah.
a river full of floors.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think the
Well,
only
well-
way she would cross anything is if there was a donut on the other side.
No,
Right?
Keith has the answer to everything. I cook it to pizza.
Yeah.
Let's see. The historical Rubicon was a river that Julius Caesar crossed with 50,000 troops to seize power in Rome.
But were they black?
The floor. It was the floor.
Were they minorities? Were they inclusive? Were they diverse?
Well, they were Roman, which, according to movies, all have British accents.
Oh,
That's true.
And of course, in Britain, they all have black descendants too. So
Donald Trump and his jackbooted traitors are guilty of treason for a lot more than just this arrest. But let this be the moment we can all agree was to lean on the power of another historical idiom, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh my God! How many metaphors are we using?
were you
All
not
of the
paying?
metaphors.
Was this person not paying attention the last 4 fucking years?
Nope.
No, it was all going their way then. Everything was coming up Millhouse.
Yeah. I mean, were the last 4 years just like blacked out like a fucking censored paper at the?
See, Moon. Now it's all free Palestine. Now, see, you got to get with the times.
Yeah. History has been restarted once Trump was president the second time. So anything before then never existed.
Put on a kippah and look forlorn.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Let this be the moment when we consider that Trump and the fascists around him should be
Oh my
considered for
God.
the kind of punishment traitors have traditionally received.
Do these people not know the definition of fascist?
Also, just a flippant death threat to the president there.
Well, the other
don't
article
think
ended
they
with
have.
8647. So, I mean, that's not even the first one this stream.
Yeah. Do not get me wrong. I don't call for violence. Yeah. I am calling for justice.
Well, when
Violent
they say
justice.
though they say no justice, no peace, no racist police.
I mean, what's justice if not a criminal getting arrested?
Shut up.
If you look at the photo above, you will notice that the faces of the agents are blacked out. All right.
Holy shit.
Whoa, they're doing blackface?
Yeah, I was gonna say if they were wearing
Whoa,
blackface,
did
that'd
you-
be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Caption
dude.
Racist sing
she
this
meant
song.
The
Oh.
person of colored out. She wasn't being
Yeah.
Countdown racist.
Have you ever seen that video with Al Polson?
What video?
The Camptown Racist video. Oh dear God, I can't believe you guys.
Is that on YouTube?
This is an old timey reference. I'll drop the link in the.
I'm guessing
public
it's
chat
not on
in a
you,
second.
Screw.
All right. Let's see.
Nice, everybody. What you down here for?
Is it now forbidden to take pictures of
That's pretty
FBI
cool.
agents when they
Nice.
are in the act of crushing a person's constitutional rights?
Why aren't you upstairs with Mama?
What constitutional rights?
What? We have rights?
Constitutional right to abuse the law and set criminals free.
Oh my God, they got Camel.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of odd that these fascists bothered to read her Miranda rights.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You'd think fascists won't bother.
Let's see.
Holy shit. Everybody's in blackface.
Yeah, that's where the song came from. It was a minstrel song.
Oh,
That's actually the origin of the song. It was the Ethiopian minstrel band.
Ethiopian serenaders.
Yeah, that's the band that actually sang the song.
Oh, that
That
is
popularized it. I think it was around in a different forum before that, but they're the ones that made it popular.
Yes, Johnny, they did. They did indeed.
Let's
Sway low, sweet chariot,
something
coming for to take my alligator.
Something similar happened in a Virginia courthouse last week. Men in masks arrested an undocumented immigrant who was at the courthouse for an official immigration hearing. The men wore masks. You know who else wears masks while in the act of terrorizing their fellow citizens?
Batman?
Russian police.
Yeah.
I would have loved if she said Michael Myers.
But only.
No, I was expecting that man's name, Albert Einstein.
And this was in Virginia a few days ago. When the police are hiding their faces, it is because they know what they are doing is illegal.
No, it's because they're usually undercovers.
No, it's because it's illegal.
Well, they wouldn't be wearing police uniforms if it was illegal. I mean, duh. Who commits crime in their work outfit?
They know that they are acting like the Nazi Gestapo. But some, like Hitler,
They'd be dressed
Goebbels,
better.
Putin, and many other cowardly, rancid fascists, don't hide their faces while committing crimes against their fellow citizens.
Hey, I thought it was cowardly to hide your face.
That they're both cowardly.
Okay.
Then why does Antifa wear masks?
Because they're cowards.
And they're
Yeah,
criminals because they're committing crime, right?
Mm.
That's what we just heard. Also, Putin isn't a fascist; he's a communist.
I mean, same thing.
Maybe an oligarch, but
Mm.
definitely not. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we're just rolling with this make-believe nonsense. Gotcha.
All words mean all other words too.
Yeah.
Concerted Negro
These
music.
faces, mocking this judge for upholding the Constitution, are there for all of us to see. The three of them giddily asked, "What makes people like this judge so radical?" Pam Bondi vows to go after more judges. Yes, the Rubicon is fading in the distance. Pick up my new book here.
Buy my book.
Yeah.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
See, I just like that Bondi is like a suburb in Sydney. So I'm thinking of like that location whenever I see her name.
I'm
It's also
thinking that
like
we should
blue.
pick up Bondi on Super Nintendo and play 4-player.
Mm.
I
Dude,
was thinking,
Wait, was that
Fucked.
Goldeneye?
I was thinking she needs to marry a guy and like hyphenate their last names, and the guy's last name will be Namco.
Oddly enough, my last name is Capcom.
There you go.
Alright. And with the end of, well, those two articles, comes the second game, which is for the chat only Italians.
Yeah.
And that is the Caption Contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it. And whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. And this week, we just had to do Trump's meeting with the South African president.
Oh, God, that was funny.
Oh, man. I love how this has turned into, like, a pranked show, but for, like, national leaders.
God, yeah. Well, I mean, it was pretty entertaining, so I can't complain.
I really dig that airplane model there.
And I love how, like, near the end, he was like, yes, we have criminality, but we need your technology to help prevent it. So basically, yeah, we have farmers getting killed, but it's really your fault if you think about it.
Yes.
Let's see. I told you I'm not racist. See, I have a black friend.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you know DeWay? And this
That's
was
Uganda.
and this was Frosted's favorite Medium author's last article.
Okay.
I hope we have more than 3 captions.
Well, if not, then it's going to be very easy for me to pick my favorite.
Thank you again, Oki. I hesitate to point out that even this B-can can release a book while certain Italian food delivery specialists languish in limbo. I'm working on it, all right? Yeah, I know, man. Thank you. But I am working on it. I haven't had a lot of free time in the last decade.
Excuses.
Yeah, I'm like George R. R. Martin over here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Holy shit, you're dark. Why are you gay? My sources show the pizza is cooked. Sure, they can farm, but do they cook it to the pizza? Yeah. Black Zelensky is so much cooler.
He knows how to wear a suit at least.
See, the colonel didn't make the chicken. He cooked the poo-poo. Why did they let this dumbass in my office again? That's Zelensky recast in DEI initiative. Can you teach us how to farm? Black and yellow?
Hmm.
I don't get that one.
No.
Let's see. Do they cook the pasta or farm?
Cook the pasta.
I'm gonna have to add cook to like a list of censored words in chat.
Yeah.
I have a great financial opportunity. I just need your banking details. That was pretty good. White House handed over in reparations deal. Well, Bill Cosby got fat. And
That was my favorite so far.
And this shows you're a liar and a homosexual. Now, if you look at the Negroid's head shape.
Wow.
Call me Toby. Wow, it's Nigerian Prince. Can you believe this guy's never heard of the KKK? And I think I'll end with this one. Mr. President, how did you shrink that plane?
You know, when you read Call Me Toby, I heard it as to the beat of Call Me Maybe.
Ah, there you go. He's my
He
number.
was Kunta Kinte, but now he's Toby. Call me Toby.
I know it's crazy. But you're my massa, so call me Toby.
I was leaning towards Lisa, but James wins with Bill Cosby got fat. That's just too good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I would go with I have a great financial opportunity. I just need. Alright, so let's see. Six and Jack, where are you going with?
I'm going with Call Me Toby.
Yeah.
I can't not do that one.
I like the Black Zelensky.
Those were all good.
All right, so
Yeah, there was a lot of good ones.
it looks like James Colley wins with Fat Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. So I'll just copy that down.
Dangerous spaces. Oh my God, Mr. President, you can't just ask why people are white.
All right. And now for our next article. This is one of those articles where I saw the title and I'm like, oh, is this one of the few like reasonable authors on Medium?
No.
And then I read the author and it's like, oh.
Is it Zana?
No, it's not one we've had before as far as I remember.
Okay, well that's an interesting surprise then.
Reproductive injustice. Why are men excluded from abortion plans?
There's two ways that could go. Is like, why don't men have a say in like women like terminating pregnancies, and why can't men terminate their own pregnancies?
Yeah, like I said, the headline makes it almost seem reasonable.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Exploring.
But is the article really just about men want to run the vacuum cleaner?
Mm.
No, vacuuming is a woman's job.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe it's a shop vac.
But when you say the last time he got brought in on the plan, he really fucked it up. It's just, she spread the plan out onto the table. It's like, okay, at midnight, I need you to be in the alleyway. Remember, your name's here.
This should have been the tip-off that it wasn't actually a reasonable article. It must include all genders. It didn't say both genders.
Yeah.
So that's your hint that it's off the deep end.
Yeah, but once I got past the headline. Let's see. Exploring male absence and accountability, legal blind spots, and why true reproductive justice must include all genders.
All two of them.
So I'll swing from the second story window, and you have to catch me.
Well, there's actually 3 genders. So I've got to remember 60 FPS plus. That's obviously a real gender.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's only 2.
And royal faggot.
I'll give you that. There's 4.
All right. While abortion is often framed as a woman's personal or moral failure, this narrative erases the equal responsibility of men in conception and decision-making. This may be a very sensitive topic, but it's important to know. Holding men accountable in abortion conversations is essential for achieving reproductive justice and dismantling gendered stigma.
Well, of course, if he's going to be the getaway driver in the abortion plan, then he's going to have nowhere to park.
The cultural framing of abortion as a woman's problem. Abortion has long been a lightning rod in moral, legal, and political debates. Yet one glaring fact often escapes scrutiny. While it takes 2 to create a pregnancy, only one is consistently blamed for its termination. The woman.
Men. Oh.
How did you know?
From textbooks to talk shows to religious gatherings, abortion is overwhelmingly portrayed as a woman's issue. How many times have we been told it's a woman's issue?
Every time.
Yes, for the last 50 years.
It's like they nag you about it too. Jesus.
So don't go to Russia or you'll get abortion.
Something that stems from her choices, her values, or her failures. This framing is deeply embedded in societal narratives that place the burden of reproduction, morality, and accountability solely on women.
They're the ones that got pregnant.
In religious and traditional communities, especially, women are judged for killing a child, failing as
don't kill children. That's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah. Failing as a mother, or avoiding responsibility.
So we have to look the other way when children die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we can eliminate a lot of job
families.
families.
It's a woman killing it, Jack. That's important.
Oh, well, look, child neglect, can't blame the women, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Baby dies, can't blame the women. I'm sorry, I'm missing some responsibility here. What can we blame women for?
For being wonderful. They're just too wonderful, and sometimes it makes other women jealous.
Maybe they should have kept their filthy whore legs closed.
Maybe.
I would love if you wrote an article with that title.
Yes. I'd read it.
While the men who are equally responsible for the pregnancy are rarely even mentioned. Even the language used in my country, niggeria, she got pregnant. She chose abortion. She made a mistake. She is not worthy to be a mother. She is irresponsible. She disappointed her parents.
This is just what they said about the author.
Yeah.
I got a plan. I have a proposal. So you can cut them in out of the process completely, but you must correctly answer the po or no edition.
Good luck.
She disappointed her parents. She wrote for Medium.
Very true.
Subtly but powerfully removes men from the equation.
It's almost like there was some sort of control pill they could take, and some sort of prophylactic device.
If you will.
Yeah, or some magic foam. We could call it spermicide.
That's the sequel to Zombicide. It was a lot less popular.
True. A lot less zombies because they were all aborted.
We can have sex in these tall buildings called condoms.
Yeah.
This silence is not neutral. It strengthens a gender bias that excuses male irresponsibility and punishes female agency.
Punishes female irresponsibility.
As long as abortion remains cast as something women do alone, men will continue to evade the moral, emotional, and social responsibilities they share equally, forgetting that in most cases, this situation is initiated by the men.
Oh my God, with their stabby penis daggers.
Once again, we've been told for a long time that we're supposed to stay out of it.
Yes, we have for like 50 years, if not more.
Yeah, you're just a wallet at that point. So shut up, wallet.
Yeah, basically.
While society tends to portray abortion as a woman's solitary decision, feminists portray it as a woman's solitary decision.
Yes.
Yeah, and they make you, sign away all your rights because they get to go in there and make that decision without you.
In reality, men often play a significant and sometimes decisive role in that choice. Some men pressure their partners into terminating a pregnancy, either through emotional manipulation, threats, or financial abandonment. Others disappear the moment a pregnancy is revealed, leaving the woman with limited options. In both cases, the man's actions directly influence the outcome, yet he remains shielded from judgment.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
picked
society
these
does
men?
not found deadbeat dads in the slightest, not even a bit.
Now, you tell someone that you have like 3 babies from 4 different mothers, and they're completely fine with it.
Always.
Now, who made the bad decision to sleep with irresponsible men?
That would be the whore.
Oh yeah.
Women are labeled selfish, immoral, or irresponsible for seeking abortions. Even
Well,
when
stop reading my blog then. Called irresponsiblewhore.com.
I think I might have a suggestion. It's something called marriage.
Mm.
Have you ever considered that?
I hear it goes well with love, almost as well as a horse goes with a carriage.
Yeah.
There's a song about it.
Just to make sure that he doesn't, take off.
Yeah.
Let's see. Even when they are responding to circumstances created or worsened by male behavior. Meanwhile, the man walks away untouched, unbothered, and unexamined. Yes, because
Stop dating black men and you'll be fine.
Because there's no such thing as child support, apparently. All right. This dynamic reflects a dangerous imbalance. The person most affected is the one held accountable, while the person who created the crisis is often spared both criticism and consequence.
You mean consequences like paying for children?
That never happens.
Yeah.
What about all the? This is really throwing away all the guys that want to be dads.
Yeah.
And the women are like, no, fuck you.
Despite their equal role in creating pregnancies, even legal and social frameworks surrounding abortion often exempt men. Most abortion laws, public campaigns, and even health policies are written as though women conceive alone. There is little to no legal obligation for men to be involved in decision-making, offer financial support pre-birth, or face social consequences for pressuring or abandoning a pregnant partner. This legal detachment feeds into a broader cultural narrative that men are optional participants free to opt out while women are forced to navigate judgment, trauma, and medical risks. Even in conversations...
DC Isaac in chat is 100% correct. He says, he cannot stress enough that the number one reason for abortion is I don't feel like having a baby. And that's true.
Yep.
They did the stats, and like convenience was like the number one reason for abortion, with like 70-80% of the abortions being for that reason.
Yeah, and like rape and incest and health of the mother are like...
There's like less than 1%.
Yeah, less than 1.
I have a solution for all of this. We should just ban abortion.
I mean,
if it's an equality issue, I mean, until it's equal, nope.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
That way men and women can't have abortions. It's equal.
Yeah,
That's true.
If they're pregnant, force them to get married, and then they'll have an equal role in raising the child.
And if the guy's a deadbeat, drag him from whatever hole he's hiding under, and
I said chain them together at that point.
Well, we tried that in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
That was not true relationships. It's like communism. It just wasn't done right.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Let's try it again.
Okay, even in conversations about responsibility and morality, men are rarely called to reflect on their actions, take ownership, or face scrutiny. This systemic omission creates a vacuum of accountability that allows men to benefit from reproductive freedom without sharing any of its burden. Let's see. Oh, we have a case study.
Oh, here you go.
In 2020, during the COVID-19 lockdown, Nicola Packer took abortion pills provided under emergency provisions, believing she was under 10 weeks pregnant. Unexpectedly, she delivered a fully formed baby and sought emergency care. Fearing legal consequences, she initially withheld information about taking the pills. Subsequently, she was arrested in the hospital, her devices were seized, and her private life was scrutinized in court. Although not convicted, the 4.5-year legal ordeal left her utterly traumatized while exempting her partner in making the baby. Okay, did he make her take the pills?
Doesn't seem like it.
And here we have the infamous Ohio case. In Ohio, Brittany Watts, a black woman, experienced a miscarriage at 20... Oh wait, no, I think I'm thinking of another one. Experienced a miscarriage at 21 weeks and 5 days. Despite severe bleeding and a diagnosis of a non-viable fetus, she was charged with abuse of a corpse, a 5th-degree felony, after miscarrying at home. Her case gaining... Oh, and yeah, I actually looked up the case, and it... Well, actually, I just followed the link that the author provides, and it turns out that's because she gave birth into the toilet and then flushed it and then had to plunge it down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's the abuse of a corpse.
Yeah, so she wasn't exactly persecuted for having a miscarriage.
No, it's because she's preggers.
Yeah.
Preggers' rights matter.
Yeah, miscarrying at home, flushing a baby down the toilet, close enough.
Yeah. Her case, gaining national attention, exemplifies the growing concerns about the criminalization of pregnancy outcomes, especially among black women. Legal experts argue that such charges represent a new level of scrutiny and criminal prosecution against pregnant women, aggravating existing racial disparities in the justice system. Because, as we know, black women can't resist the urge to flush a baby down the toilet.
Yeah, they're savages.
What about Lucia, a minor? In 2019, Lucia, an 11-year-old girl in Argentina, became pregnant after being raped by her grandmother's partner. Despite being legally entitled to an abortion, she faced significant obstacles, including legal threats against doctors and delays that led to a cesarean section at 25 weeks. The baby died 10 days later. Throughout the process, Lucia and her mother faced intimidation from anti-choice activists and were subjected to public scrutiny, highlighting the systemic failures in protecting vulnerable individuals, while still leaving the man in question out of the scenario.
This was in Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were probably dodging Nazi patrols.
It's not exactly the first world here, and if it was the first world, I'm pretty sure that the guy who raped her would be, going to jail.
You would think. But this is Argentina, not the United States, which all the other examples were from. How are we going to affect Argentinian law?
Well, there weren't enough American examples, and she needed to pad out the article.
Yeah. I mean, only one was American. The other was British.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of zoned out for that part, I guess. I was thinking about the
yeah,
Roman Empire.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see. Okay. These cases underscore the urgent need for legal reforms that ensure equitable treatment and accountability for all parties involved in reproductive decisions. The truth is simple, but often ignored. Men helped start the pregnancies of Nicola Packer, Brittany Watts, and countless unnamed women across the world. But
we didn't start the fire.
It's been always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah, but you fired the first load.
The shot heard round the bedroom.
The shot heard around her face.
The shot heard round the Denny's bathroom.
Oh, Denny's.
And countless unnamed women across the world, but were spared the dangerous conversation about abortion. It is women alone who suffer the consequences, emotionally, legally, and physically. While the men who participated in conception often go unnamed and untouched, these legal and social systems do not merely ignore men. They actively uphold a culture where male accountability is optional and female responsibility is absolute. Well, except for the Argentinian girl who got raped, the guys didn't commit any crimes.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, all sex is rape, according to Andrea Dworkin. So
That's true.
This imbalance doesn't just reflect injustice, it strengthens injustice. If we are to have a truly honest, humane, and equal conversation about reproductive rights, we must dismantle the structure that punished the one party while protecting the other. We must stop treating abortion as a women's shame and start naming it for what it often is, a shared outcome of unequal power, expectation, and responsibility. Until men are called to the table, by law, by culture, and by conscience, the conversation around abortion will remain incomplete, and the burden will remain brutally one-sided.
Oh, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, boo-hoo!
Until laws, education, and social attitudes reflect shared responsibility, the conversation around abortion will remain one-sided and unjust. Isn't that what you just said? If true reproductive justice is to be achieved, we must start holding men accountable, not only for how pregnancies begin, but also for how they end. Yeah.
Oh, cool. They're going to legalize shoving chicks down the stairs and punching them in the gut?
Nice.
Yeah, even in those three scenarios, the men weren't involved in ending the pregnancy?
Yeah.
So we also, just to be fair, let's bring back shotgun weddings.
Right? That's what I'm saying. And most of the time when there are abortions, the men are the ones paying for it.
All right. Well, with the end of that article comes the final game. And that is Poe or No Gender Edition.
Oh,
It's A. Dunsky's not here, so I have to say it's A.
And this is where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one. Okay. So, gender A, TV bowl gender.
Oh my god.
Gender related to televised bowling or watching bowling on TV.
Well, what else would it be?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Gender B, purple eater songing.
Oh, God.
I give up.
Gender related to the 1958 song The Purple People Eater by Shep Woolley.
Uh-huh.
And gender C, nega smile gender.
Oh, dear God.
Gender related to negative smiles.
What?
Sure.
Yo, Frost,
sure.
this is the only time I hate you.
Okay.
It's this segment right here. Like,
Everyone hates me at some point.
I find you delightful 99% of the time, but when I'm on the show and you do this segment, I am so fucking bad at this. And these all sound like a bunch of nonsense bullshit that you made up.
Why do you think this is my favorite game?
I know.
So I'm going to start a poll for the chat so they can get in and out, and don't forget one of the options that they're all real. Alright, so 6, what are you going with?
I'm going to have to go with B.
Alright. And Moon.
I'll go with C just because it sounds. What the hell is a nega smile?
Well, I know what a nigger smile is. That's when you can't see them until they smile. Like
That's
in
called
the
a
dark room.
gollywog.
Alright, and Terry?
I'll go with B. I think your godson was singing the Purple People Eater song, and you're like, that's a gender.
Uh,
All right, and Jack.
A is fake. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I can never tell.
All right, let's see. Chat has all real and C tied so far. Give it another minute or so. Yeah, let's see. All right,
So the tide come back in.
Huh?
So the tide has come back in.
Is someone on their period?
oh,
Almost half of the people went for all real.
What?
Exactly half now. Oh, it changed.
I think I'll end it there. So chat went with all real, followed by C. And the answer is A is fake.
Oh my god, I actually got one right.
There you go.
I think that's
Monkeys
the
and
first time.
typewriters, dude.
Jack wins.
And yes, as a matter of fact, this is involving my godson. Because his absolute favorite thing to watch on TV is bowling.
There you go.
Huh.
I have no idea why. But
I'm excited for him, and I'm excited that I finally, for the first time ever, got one right.
and you're the only one who got it right.
Yeah.
We're all shocked and horrified. Don't get me wrong.
And yeah, like he's
The apocalypse is nigh.
yeah, like he knows a lot of words at this point, and like he's starting to get to the point of like stringing multiple words together. So all the time he'll say, "Watch Boeing."
And then he watches planes take off.
like he'll go right up in your face and say, "Watch Boeing." Like he's just fascinated. Like he'll sit in his little seat, like eating his snack and staring at the TV.
You might say he's in the right lane.
Once he gets older, I just have to be like, okay, give me 5 genders. I've run out for the month.
All right, so let's look at the flags for the real ones. So there's Purple Eater Sonic, which for some reason is sideways.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's an eyeball.
Yeah, it's
It
the
is.
one-eyed purple people eater, right?
Yeah, it's the one-horned, one-eyed blind people.
All right, and Nega Smile didn't have a flag, so I had to make one.
Ah.
That's fucking creepy, dude.
How appropriate.
Yes, I still don't know what a negative smile is.
Well, there you go. Now you do.
Like,
Could it just be a frown?
yeah, I was gonna say, do they just not know the word frown?
You want to see a nega smile, baby?
No.
Right there.
You want to see a nega smile? Tell them Air Jordans are on sale.
Wow.
All right.
Tell them you know where cigarettes are, and their dad's waiting for them.
All right. And yeah, since I had to make this up on the fly, unfortunately, we don't have Too Retarded for TV this week.
Ah.
Hey, Frost, is that tear on the flag?
It's a possibility. All right.
I say we write until Frosted comes up with a Too Retarded for TV one. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
I mean, I could come up with one. I just didn't have time to make the screen for it.
Yeah.
All right. And now for our final article. As mentioned in the title of the stream, they just made it personal.
Gingers are black.
Those sons of bitches.
I heard about this, and Welcome to the black community, I guess, Frosted.
And we can no longer
me.
Yeah.
we can no longer be friends.
So,
Tony Crow.
Moon, you and I have N-word passes, apparently.
All right. Does this mean I have to give back my white privilege card, though? That I
Yes.
never received anyway?
No, but it means that there's going to be a lot of clubs you're not going to be able to join.
I hope you don't like golf.
So
And
now
I expect to see both of you in a Waffle House fight any day now.
Yes.
I tried to show my dad this article, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
You're on your way.
Mine left me a long time ago.
So Frosted and Moon, I'm gonna need you guys to learn how to rap so we can become like a Cypress Hill cover band.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they're black now. They already know.
Yeah. It's like playing bass, you know.
Okay, my name is Peaches, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to feel my breath. There you go.
So that certainly makes me insane in the membrane.
Thank you.
I think he was having a stroke.
Maybe bad. Huh?
All right. Gingers are black, welcoming all our red velvet cousins to the cookout. If I were like
Moonshock, you're red and you're velvety.
Yes.
if I were like a Mel Torme type crooner, I'd go by Red Velvet.
You see, this just proves the saying "better dead than red."
You know, I would be ginger fatigue.
Yeah, very.
The connection between people with red hair and black individuals is undeniable.
Whoa. If you're gonna capitalize black, motherfucker, you better capitalize red.
Yeah.
Do we have to call you my ginger?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and this is by the same author as the first article about
Yeah, I
people
noticed.
sneaking out of America.
Yeah.
And that's ginger spelled Jinga.
No.
Or Jinja, excuse me. Ginger.
Yeah.
Only they could say the hard R.
That's right.
Goddamn witches.
Hey.
In my
Don't
sm-
make me put a spell on you.
Quiet, shapeshifter.
There's actually one of the YouTube people that I watch. On one of his streams, he accidentally said nigger because he was talking about a ninja dagger, and it kind of came out a little bit wrong.
Little Freudian slip there. Whoops.
Yeah.
I do have a white woman wife, Tier. Thank you very much.
In my small collection of close friends, 3 of them are red-headed women. So when social media recently started saying that gingers are black, I did not question it.
What?
Listen and believe.
So Moon and Frosted, does this mean I can't call you gringos anymore?
There aren't enough
Nope.
X's in the alphabet to say to X to doubt.
Apparently, I'm darker than you 6.
Holy
I
shit!
guess so.
All right, wait a minute.
I have been outcolored.
So since black people can walk around in the day and you guys combust in the light, does that make you night walkers?
Yes.
Maybe.
That explains the witchcraft.
No,
Got
so
it.
that means that female gingers are ladies of the night.
Witches.
Well, prostitutes is the other way that's used.
Yes. I'm going to change my name to Tinted Glass.
There you go.
I don't wish to do the research. I want it to be true. That sums up a lot of leftists these days.
Pretty much.
So wait,
we've got tinted glass and Moonshock.
so does this mean that I cook it to collard greens?
Yes. I don't. Let's see. I accepted that all gingers originate from a mutation in a black woman's genes long ago. I agree. Don't ask for proof.
Okay.
So now I am your Mexican friend that sells you the spinning rims.
If you check, there are hundreds of videos of gingers showcasing their rhythm and spice cabinets. 2 significant traits of black Americans. Many seem happy to join the black tribe.
Are you guys from outer space plant people too?
Gay gingers from outer space.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that being a redhead was not a cool thing when they were children. I never understood how redheads were bullied in school because growing up, I went to majority black schools where there were very few redheads. They post sad tales of how gingers were sexualized at a young age, with "Do the carpets match the drapes?" comments. One woman
What?
was asked this question at 10.
Well, okay, that's very creepy. Don't do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's weird. Don't ask kids about their crotches, you perverts.
Yeah, no kidding.
They were also called fire crotch and carrot top. Others were bullied for their pale skin and freckles, with mean children yelling that the dirt wouldn't wash off and that they were filthy redheads. I used the
So,
Hmm?
what?
I used the phrase redheaded stepchild easily, not fully comprehending that it was a vicious insult, as was the term Raggedy Ann. Kay said that redheads were considered the black people of white people.
But you're the whitest people there are.
But, well, we're so white we go back around to being black.
Oh, okay.
That's some racial inception there.
It's an
So,
overflow error.
From now on, I'm going to call you prop comedy Americans.
Don't group us with Carrot Top. Okay. That was a stunning sentiment to me and made me understand. Young black girls are sexualized in the same way, so we understand where they are coming from. Dealing with people who don't respect their innocence. Our skin is considered dirty by many racists, so that comment hit home to me. And don't get me started on how black people can never meet the white-based beauty standards in the USA.
So leave. Problem solved. Go somewhere that black features are prioritized.
I met my 3 red velvet friends in very different ways. The first time I met Jenny was immediately after I graduated from college. In addition to having blood red hair, she was over 6'6" tall. Okay, did you check for package?
Yeah, I think you met a Viking.
An Irish Viking? I don't know. They assigned me to our engineering group, where she was the only female until I showed up. The older male engineer, who was instructed to orient me, showed me the supply closet and then walked away. She... Alright, this is where the dishes are done. Here's the laundry room. She was the one who taught me where to park, whom to call to set up my computer, and how to fill out my time card. We became fast friends. I met my rose gold friend Kate in graduate school. Our professor passed out papers in grade order from highest to lowest. When she and I were constantly in the top 3, we paid attention. We started studying for the more challenging classes together. One day, while we were sitting in her car having a fast food lunch, she took a quick breath. She looked at me and said, "Are we going to be friends or what?" in an exasperated tone. We work well together and are at the same points in our lives. Going to school while having children and husbands at home. She was frowning and her nose was red. That well-known red-headed temper was up and flaring.
I just like the idea, like, look, you fucking retard, be my friend.
So
It's
human
like
beings
it's like
being
that-
friends. It's odd. It's like, wow.
What were they majoring in at Hogwarts?
It's like that old, I think it was SNL skit, where it's like 2 business people, like, proposing marriage to each other. It's like, what do you say we get married? Okay. How many kids? I'd say 2. How about 3? Well, we'll talk about it later. Alright. I think Stephen Root was in it.
Okay.
Let's see.
He's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, not all redheads have temper issues. You cunt.
Yeah.
Most, yeah.
Yes, we fucking do, you son of a bitch.
I laughingly replied, "Or what?" with a question inflection in my voice. If she could have shot fire out of her eyes at me, she would have.
Well, I rule nothing out.
The author got bullied into being her friend.
After I saw her face, I quickly said, "Of course we'll be friends." Because apparently we're robots. We will be friends. Then she laughed and we hugged it out. And we have partners ever since then.
Ooh, okay. That's a bit more intimate than I expected.
She and her husband, along with my spouse and me, have traveled the globe so many times, enjoying each other's company. From a dinner on the beach in Spain to a bubble helmet electric underwater bike ride in the Caribbean Sea. Wow, that was
What?
What?
for someone so, gung ho about being black, you don't seem too oppressed.
No,
Did you make up that last sentence just to see if we were listening?
I
Yeah,
think so.
you might as well have thrown ninjas in there.
Right?
Asking
Ninja
me.
daggers.
We have eaten, drunk, and laughed, forming an unbreakable bond.
James Bond.
My third red-headed friend, Candace, and I met 20 years ago at a landmark leadership conference that my plastic surgeon invited me to. Don't ask.
Wasn't done.
That's a lot in that sentence.
She had surgery to get bigger feet.
Yes.
She's a trans hobbit.
Yeah.
Her fiancé died unexpectedly, and Candace was recovering from that life-low blow. We bonded over our opinion that some class exercises were excellent while others were silly. There was a rule that you could not leave the lecture hall for any reason. After 4 hours, I snuck out. We met in the ladies' restroom because she had also blatantly broken the rule. When you've got to go, you've got to go. The class leaders knew we had left the room. She was the only redhead, and I was the only black person, so they saw us. We would be easy to identify. We looked at each other in the mirror, knowing we would both be called upon when we returned to the room. As we left the restroom, I said, "You ready?" She replied, "Never better," which makes no sense.
No.
Again, I think these people are robots.
Yeah.
We walked in together and took our punishment. As we bent over and were spanked mercilessly,
Yeah.
what kind of conference was this? These three women have been my friends forever. We share a connection. I have taught them how to play spades, and they.
Well, if you're already friends with one.
Yeah. I mean, she is opening herself up to that one.
Yeah.
And they taught me to love strange sports, jig dancing music, and savory stuffed pastries with red gravy. Are these redheaded, are these stereotypes? Are these redheaded stereotypes I'm not aware of?
I don't know. Jig dancing, I guess. I mean, they were like, "Oh man, Michael Flatley, you gotta listen to this."
I didn't even know red gravy was a thing.
No.
Oh, it's the blood of children, probably.
Yeah,
Known
probably.
witchcraft.
But damn it, I know you. You strike me as a strange sports kind of guy.
I just like to imagine that she and her friend are watching like dwarf tossing or something.
Hmm.
These are some strange sports.
I don't know what the music is called, but I want to dance a jig when I hear those fiddles.
Yes. Yes.
They all call me Jigger. I called all three to inform them they have been invited to the global cookout, as they have always been included in my personal cookout. They were delighted. Like, did she hand them a degree saying they're official black people?
It sounds like it.
Kay's spice cabinet is larger than mine, as evidenced by the meals I've had at Jet's home. Seasonings are everywhere. My friend Jerry had as much, if not more, rhythm as I do. She learns, dances quicker, and stays on beat.
Says on beat. What does she say? I don't know.
Candace could always turn a phrase as fast as I could to make her point. She was clever.
Smart as a black woman.
Yeah, that's basically what she's saying. None of the three has ever had a problem socializing with me, my husband, or my family, many of whom grew up in inner city areas. My family thinks these women are cool. So to all my ginger cousins, welcome.
Well, she even used the hard R.
No thanks. I'm good.
It's a personal cookout. A cookout for money.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Now I've got 2 more black friends. Ugh.
Uh-huh.
and Terry never spoke to us again. Well, there you have it. I can claim racism now.
Yes.
All right. I gotta start coming up with backup articles because we've been running short lately.
Mm.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's still like 15 minutes until we would usually be ending.
No, we can end right now. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. So not sure how next week is gonna go because it's gonna be my birthday, so I don't know what plans are gonna be.
Yay.
I'll take a moment
Happy
to
birthday.
shill my co-host and guest.
You should go on a holiday to Nigeria now that you've discovered this about yourself.
I mean, now I know that I'll be safe in South Africa.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Butter pa, butter pa.
The sound of the gingers exploding.
Kill the boar! Kill the boar!
It's hard to take the guy seriously when he does the butter pa.
Yeah, well, they aren't exactly the brightest bulbs in the tray.
He might as well be going pew pew pew.
That'd
Mhm.
have been funny too.
Yeah.
All right. So, 6. Anything you want to shill?
Not really. I'm just going to leave you and Moon to your strange sports.
Yay.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Moon has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Yay,
what are you
go.
playing now?
Still playing 7 days, and that's it.
I'm surprised they haven't made a sequel by this point.
Yeah, I was thinking when they're going to get the 8th day.
Their work about 8 days to die now.
Yeah.
Their 2.0 update has been pushed back, and then pushed back again, and then pushed back again. Who knows when?
All right.
Don't worry about making my streams, Keeve. It's fine.
I think 8th day DLC that'd sell like hotcakes. Just
I think Keeve just doesn't go to your streams because you're black.
I know.
Probably.
That's clearly what it is.
Yeah.
She doesn't like your strange sports.
no one does.
Yeah.
Competitive snow pissing.
Yeah.
Your savory puffed pastries.
With red gravy, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Although, hey baby, you want a taste of my red gravy?
Ew.
Ew.
Sweet, we can dance a jig.
Yes. You just have to suck the red gravy out of her face. Just close your eyes and suck it out of her.
Say, have you ever heard of strange sports?
Involving water.
All right, and let's see. Terry is on Games with Terry on on Jack's channel, the other Jack.
Yes.
Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think.
That sounds right.
He's also on Hammer's Minions Nights, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And you're on Mr. Adams streams?
Yep.
All right. Anything you want to shield, Jack?
Yeah, I'll drop a link to a video. Thank you guys for having me on. It's always a blast on here.
Oh, yeah.
No problem. And you actually won Poe or No this time.
I'm horrified. That is terrifying. It's like a sign that like one of the seals opened up, and if Monkey's asleep, we might be looking at nuclear war.
You're setting a bad precedent, sir.
I know.
It's gonna rain frogs.
Probably.
That'll be turned gay, probably.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll just hear wee plop, wee plop.
All right. So yeah, like I said, I'll try to keep people updated on what's going on next week. Maybe we'll stream Saturday. Don't know yet.
Mhm.
But we'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Later.